Good evening everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paints with Mike. It's stage number 2 here of Niko the Cardinal, and we're going to get some red bits in here today, hopefully. So really couldn't wait to get some more done on this today. For me, it's that lovely red bit. So I've had an update from Tessa over at Diamond Paints with Tim. She has very kindly sent out the jewels now, so it's just a case of waiting. And I have great news, guys. I have just been informed that my China package has arrived from Amazon, so stay tuned for the unboxing on that, which is part of, it's going to be the next reveal to the zoo theme. But what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to keep it like closer to when I launch the new theme, and then we can just like dive into it. But we've got I have like so many unboxings to get through, so there's always like a continuous flow to get through. So yeah, and with this lovely sort of gem pen here today, going back to the old school sort of pens here now, the very sort of like early on, the first sort of pens for diamond painting here, because I want to get a little bit of use at these pens to see what we can do, and just I like to rotate my pens to give them all a chance, you know. So yeah, what we're going to do now is just work our way through as best we can. I'm not going to do these 5s because we're cram-packed, we're chock-a-block, and there's no available trays at the moment. But the painting that I'm working on after this, I'm really hoping to free up some room. Thank you very much to Craft Addict Roxanne for very kindly telling me that she loves the tiger, so thank you for that. And yeah, Debbie likes this bird, so thank you very much for the compliment of the bird as well. I think cardinals are very pretty. I really like them, and yeah, I got a few. I was looking through my diamond paint file last night just to see what I'm working with, and I've actually got a few parrots that I was going to do for the diamond painting thing, but I'm not promising. If we've got enough time in this theme, we're gonna get parrots going. Now next week is gonna be, I'm gonna be launching a new thing on the channel just for this month, is Tuesday Reveal. That will start from next Tuesday, and what it is basically I will be doing the first whip and chat, but also launching the next painting. I'm gonna introduce a new painting every Tuesday, and then whatever we don't finish will get rolled over to the next theme. I spoke to my doctors today because we use a system called Patches, and it goes through, you can type what the problem is and it goes through to the surgery, and then they get back in touch with you. And I said I've been having, you know, headaches the last 2 days wearing these glasses, and she said the best thing to do is go back to the optician first to see if they can tweak them slightly. It could be that needs a bit more lens, I don't know, but I did take an ibuprofen and it's actually gone now. So I think what it is my pillars need renewing on my bed. They're so flat, and I need to get some new pillars. But I quite like, you know, the brand that's got a hippo on it, and he's dressed in pajamas. I quite like the look of them. They look quite plumped. And I was having a look in the range a couple of weeks back, and the pillars in there look quite nice. But I think for pillars I would have to go in the shop and buy them, because I'm like, online would be, I think, difficult. I mean, a pillar's a pillar in it, you know, but I do feel like they need renewing. I want to get some new duvet sets as well, so yeah. So I need to get some of that. So much things that I need to do. I need to get a new chest of drawers, because this one over the back here is added. I used to have all my clothes in there, and then the more clothes I put in there, it was like basically the flooring was sort of like giving way, and most of my drawers ended up in the bin. And I've only got 1 drawer left, so I use it for like storage now. So that needs about that needs replacing, but it's a job that can wait. It's not really an urgent thing. I mean, I do need the space because I keep buying more and more clothes, you see. So yeah, one of my favourite shops to shop in is Peacocks. I quite like their branding. It's really lovely clothing in there. Do like Primark. So yeah, occasionally shop in Matalan's. I bought my dad a top yesterday. Oh my god, quite a few years back for his birthday, and it was like a purple top with Del Boy on it, and I don't think he's ever wore it. So he's like my brother. You'll buy him stuff, and it'll just get shoved to the side, and that's why I sort of go down the like gift route at the moment. So the gift card route. But yeah. So yeah, I think what we'll do from here is we'll brush it up here because it looks like it's getting more of M, and this is going to be a really good colour block. It's mainly all M there, so we'll see what we can do with that. Whether we'll get a few multi-places out. I mean, we could, if we wanted to, use the 2-placer that we got from Amazon, but I need to find a pen because the pen we tried is not a screw-in one, that's a push one. So yeah, the weather today is nice and cool, so it's lovely and cool weather here. Oh no, been adding programs on the Netflix of, because you've got, like, if you go for a program you can pick what you want to add to your watch list. So last year I briefly watched The Crown, and there is so many episodes in it that I lost track of what I watched and what I didn't watch, because unlike the iPlayer, I don't think you get like a bar when you've watched it. So normally with the iPlayer, if you've not watched it, you don't get a pink bar, and when you've watched it, a pink bar comes up, and that tells you that you've watched it. So I've decided that I'm going to start from scratch and go right from the top again, from the very first episode. But I think it's like 10 series, so it's a bloody long, you know, what would they call it, a series or a follow-up or whatever it is. So I'm really waiting for Squid Game as well, because Squid Game is supposed to be doing another series. I'm still eagerly waiting for Peaky Blinders, because that's supposed to be turning into a movie. But apparently Squid Game, the next series, is due to start in October, so it might clash with Big Brother, but I don't actually know what time it used to be on it. Well, actually, it's Netflix only, isn't it? I don't think it did go on the TV, did it? But yeah. So lots of things I want to put on, and I was going to put it on the wish list, but then I was the ad list, and then I was like, I don't know if it's going to be series 1, and I don't really want to add series 1 again. But yeah, so hopefully Wednesday we'll have a batch of drills that we can patch up here. I quite like the effect because it looks like it's snowing. Okay, so we're on the last line here now. Very, very exciting. Oh, brilliant. Just love that red. Isn't that so, like, I'm telling you now, that is just, even if we turn the light off, it's just so vibrant, isn't it? I love it. Absolutely love this. So what we'll do, because I love it so much, is I'm going to start from the bottom and then scroll it up. So we've got a 9 here again. We need trays available for that, so we'll patch that up next time and get that all sorted out. And after this, I've already had, for lunch today, I had a, what did I have? It was, yeah, chicken sandwiches, and I put some tomatoes in my lunchbox for work. And yeah, it was rather lovely because if I do a roast dinner, I always save some chicken for like sandwiches and stuff. So yeah, it was rather yummy for my tummy, you know. And I think after I've done this, before I start cooking, I'll have an hour rest, have a nice little cheese cracker while watching the repair shop. There was a guy on there yesterday fixing a pogo stick, so I can't remember if I mentioned it yesterday, but he puts it in this bath thing of like, it's like a bath of water and you've got these electrodes and it's supposed to eat away at the, you know, the rust and stuff. So this so reminds me, this colour here, right here, so reminds me of like the Willys Jeep. The Willys Jeep is a Jeep that we almost had a model on it, and unfortunately the company, shortly after it came out, it went bust. And for some apparent reason they stopped making it in the UK, and then I used to import it over from America and it was just like getting so expensive. I think I got to pack 2 and it was almost like £80 to ship. And then shortly after I chose to cancel it, the company went bust anyway, so I think that'd be a decent square. Yeah, so I reckon we're going to fit in roughly about, I think this is going to have to be a 3, so I'll tell you what, let's reverse that back a minute and I'll make this slightly bigger, purely because I don't want a rectangle bit. Just make it a little bit bigger there, perhaps 2 more, so it's going to be quite a big square there. And we'll turn this into a 3 block. That's what's great about bordering up, is that you can do any sizing you want. Now be very careful because this is likely to catch you out because you've got a lot of N and M mixed here, so be careful on that one. 7N, N. It's like when you go around doing people's teeth and they name them all. Oh man, I'm so annoyed about that because like I really thought this today was, the video was done. And I thought, oh lovely, I'm ahead of myself, and now I'm not. So never mind. But yeah, as I was saying, the weather's really lovely and cool here now, so it's really lovely indeed. And then I've done a lot of housework yesterday, hoovering, mopping, and it's all done for the week now because I do not do housework throughout the week. I do it once a week and that's on the weekend. So it's much easier to like hoover it all up at the weekend than it is to hoover like crumbs up or stuff every day. So yeah. Okay, so you can see here we're now sort of forming the square here, and we're going to bring that across and then fill it in, baby. Yes, we're going to do these, that'll be cut, we'll have to single place up to about there, and then we can really sort of bring in the 2 place. So I want to try that, but we might have to have a fiddle around with the pen to figure out, I don't know, I don't even know what my screwing pen is. Well, it's easy, isn't it? We use that blue one that we got with this accessory pack, and we just swap the places over. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's looking a bit bare, isn't it? It's like Christmas. I hate that. You know when it's Christmas and then all the decorations up, because for me Christmas is about decorations. It's not so much about the presents. As you learn to get older, you get used to it, you know. It's exciting when you're younger, because you're getting, oh look what forgot, you know. But when you're older like me, I just like to appreciate the decorations, and stuff in my face with as much, because it is the only time of year that I don't care about how much weight I put on. I actually bought a massive box of celebrations once on Amazon, and I thought I'd only, you know, they'd only last over Boxing Day and Christmas Day, and oh my god, like I had more going into New Year. Like it was a humongous bag. I think I paid £20 for this box. And I used to an exciting stage, guys, but I'm doing from bottom up. We need to ignore that. We need to go down. I'm doing the Tessa unique. She goes from Time Paints with TM goes from the bottom up, whereas I like to go from the bottom down. So we're about the second week into August, and we are making good progress with this. So what's really going to help with this is that it's all colour block mainly. Just notice this pen looks like it's bent. Can you see it's like it's got a bow, like a bow in it. But oh man, I'm super tired right now because I've been up since like 6 o'clock, and I could do with a nap. I might actually take a nap after this, you know, then do dinner. Like quite often I'll come in and quickly do a whip and chat, and then set an alarm, go for a nap, and then set an alarm for dinner, and then get up and do it. But I have to be careful not to sleep too long, because it buggers my sleep up for the night, and then I'm like wide awake at night. So I have to do about 2 hours, and then, you know, that's that. It's like Michael J. Fox. He was double booked, so he was doing Back to the Future, and there was another show that he was doing, and he reckons he only got about 2 hours sleep a night, because as he came off one set, he had to go all the way over to the other show and start filming on that. Family Ties was the other one. So Back to the Future and Family Ties, and that's a point. That's a film I could add on the watch list. There is talk about it getting remade, but seriously, that is a film you don't want to touch, you know. I mean, I can't see how that would ever be the same without Michael J. Fox, Crispin Glover, you know. Who's the guy that plays, is it Chris Brown? Who's the guy that plays scientist? Well, yeah, his name was Doc Brown, but I'm trying to think of what his name was. Lloyd Webber, was it? No. Yeah, maybe that rings a bell. I would ask Alexa, but she's in the process of being traded into Amazon. So, does Amazon do this program where you can trade in your old gadgets? Because I've seen an Alexa, yeah, it's like the semicircle ones, but it's a semicircle with a clock on the top. So half of it's like blank, and then the other half is like a clock on it. And I want to trade this one in. I won't get that much money in for it, but I don't want loads of Alexas, you know, because I've got already an Echo Flex plug thing. I don't want them everywhere, you know. So the offer that I got for this was £5, but you know, £5's better than nothing. And I'm going to go for that one. But they keep reminding me to drop it off for the up shop, because we don't have a USPS shop over here. So the nearest one is Whittam, in a little convenience store where I used to live on this horrible estate. And yeah, it's going to be weird going in that, because the last time I went in there was probably at the age of like 10 or 15, you know. It's really cool, because our house was like over here and the shop was like literally a second up here. It's quite unusual to have a convenience store like covering a massive patch, but just tucked away. It's a very, very tiny store, like literally tiny. It's probably about, I don't know, a couple of centimeters, well, probably about from here, from the top of that to the bottom of it, like about there, like lengthwise. It's really, really small. There used to be a guy in there called Jeevan, and I was really good friends with him, and unfortunately he moved away. And they did a promotion where you could get a Coca-Cola glass, but you know, like the glasses that look like the actual Coca-Cola can, all different colours, but you would get it every time you bought you know, Coke or something. So it had to be a specific, I think it was like if you bought a bottle of it you would get one. And normally they did it in McDonald's quite a few years back. They don't do that anymore. And yeah. Then last night I was watching a film, not film, sorry, I was watching something I think it was the news. It's that I miss, you know, the days that I used to go to London Zoo, Madame Tussauds. And Madame Tussauds, it was so funny because one day I was sitting there, I sat down on this bench because I needed, you know, in the Madame Tussauds, because I needed like a sit down. And I thought this person was real, and I thought there's something not right here. This guy's not breathing and he's not moving. He's like still in the same posture. And it was like that for 5 minutes, and I shot off the chair quicker than a fly because it really scared me, because obviously I then discovered it was a dummy, you know, well, what they call them. But apparently there's a place, I think is it Ipswich, but there's a place where the waxworks are so badly done that it's the worst place in the UK to go to. I think it's Ipswich way, but yeah. But now I've seen that photo, I want to go back there, you know, see what it's like, anything that's changed over the years. There's so much. That's the thing about London, is that, you know, there's so much to do up there. You know, you can walk over Tower Bridge, you can go on the London Eye, you can walk up no, you can't walk up Big Ben. You can walk up Monument, go in St Paul's Cathedral. I'll always remember St Paul's Cathedral because we walked up to the top, and there was this really narrow sort of like walkway, and my dad was like, it was on an angle, and I was like, you're not going to fit up here with your bag on, like there's no way you're going to fit through it. And he did. But we've done so much up there. We've gone London Zoo, gone on a river cruise, well, not river cruise because the cruise is where you go around different places, but we went on a boat trip up and down the Thames. And it was so cold. We sat on the top right at the front, and it was so cold that I looked around and my dad was gone, sitting at the back of the boat with George, my brother. And I could have sworn, because I looked over and this woman in front was like moaning about something. Well, it turns out that the gust of wind, she was eating a sandwich, and the gust of wind blew her sandwich out, and clearly she was enjoying it, because she said, I was really enjoying that. And I think at one point she was crying because the wind took her sandwich away, because the gust of that wind will, you know, push it out and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, I'm not being funny, but I wouldn't want to eat a sandwich on top of like a ship with the propellers going, the water splashing, and like all the dirt from the water going in it. Like, you'd have a gritty sandwich. Like, it's like when people eat it on the beach, you know, all it takes is like a gush of air, and it can blow that sand into your sandwich, you know. But people buy windbreaker things, so we used to go to the Clacton Air Show quite a lot and sit and have a picnic and stuff. And yeah, I miss the good old days. Don't do much of it now, you know. Everything nowadays is bloody bucklings, so I'd love to go back to London Zoo, just to be in the place where Harry Potter was filmed, you know, because they did actually film in London Zoo, in the reptile house. So there's a plaque that stands in the house as you go in. It's just, I think, as you go in, the doors are there, and it's just like, it's just as you go around the corner, it's just on that post bit. Because next here you've got like an enclosure for things. But yeah, you know, I'd love to go there again. Colchester Zoo's nice, but there's nothing better than going to London. London is one of my favourite places to go. So, yeah, man. So, I might actually do a bit of multi-placing if we can now, but you see what I mean? Tessa's bag is only got a few drills, and already this is piling up here. It's got to go all around here yet. I think this is like, as you can see there, it's like a dark foliage going around like a shadow. So, I don't know. I think we may have another bag of these M's, so... Right. So... What I want to do first, before we start diving into the multiplace, is if we get down to, I was thinking about getting rid of these G's first, and then we can, do you know what, we'll just do it whenever. So let's get that blue pen. Let's change this and screw it. Change off this little oops, it's fell in my bloody thing, look. Yeah. Change off this, we'll get that 2 place that was in here. Well, actually, we might be able to do a 3 placer, yeah. But I wanted to have a go with a 2 placer, so I did promise a 2 placer, so let's give the 2 placer a go. I love these screw-in pens, because at least you know it screws in, so you won't have like any of the slip and sliding situation. Right, so let's get a bit of wax. I've never ever worked with this, so wish me luck, guys, wish me luck. So let's give it a bash. You do realise Paul's going to kill me because I've shown his photo. He doesn't like his photo being shown, but it's my channel, so I'm going to show you. Oh, Bubba, where are we going from here? Okay, so I'm not going to feel overly comfortable with it until I've done like a few, but let's give it a go. And oh, we've got a 3 place runner too. Let's see how we get on with this. So already feels quite comfortable, but if I'm totally honest, it feels too small because I like picking up with 4 places, like 4 at a time, but it's okay, I like it. Gonna be proper slow at it, but oh, it's so annoying because I ain't got that, you know, that single one, so I've got to try and shunt it with this. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you what. See, I'm used to gut like swapping it as well. So what I'll do is these trays you got placing again. Do you know, we've not had mail for nearly 2 weeks. It's just terrible over here. So I'm waiting on something and it's still not come. So, yes. So that's like the little crest of the bird there, which is pretty cool. So let's do a time check. 37 minutes. Wow. A lot of time left, which is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna have a bit more drink. Oh dear. I've got spaghetti bolognese tonight because Mondays are spaghetti bolognese. I had a gorgeous roast yesterday. Oh, it was lovely. Lovely. And I almost, because I was sitting there peeling the potatoes, and I almost put them in the saucepan and ended up nearly doing mash. I'm so used to like doing mash. And yeah, so luckily I caught it just in time before putting it on the hob and transferred them onto a baking tray and done my lovely roast potatoes. A bit of oil over them to keep them moist. Beautiful. So yeah. I don't know why I've just picked that off. Okay, so that's mostly M again. So what I'll do is I'll use my hand here and here and see what I can do there. I think, talk of the postman, I think that is the postman. Let me just go and check. About that, guys, I was just sorting something with my mum who needed me to sort something for her, so apologies about that. I am now going to crack on. We've got about 10 minutes left and get that all sorted out. Ready for diamond painting. So, yeah, but looking rather sort of like filled as well, isn't it? And it's really bringing out that red now, which is quite nice. So it's going to look rather beautiful, I think, once it's done. Okay. So yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking probably a bit more of my tiger after this session. Because I'm hoping to get that done for the August completions. So hopefully it can be finished and sorted out. Let's scoop that out because that's not supposed to be like that. Okay. So now what will happen is they'll, it looks like it's going to just be a bit confetti around some areas here. Really quite looking forward to the facial section here, get all that in and get some black on there and really sort of feed up as much of that white as possible. Sorry, I'm really looking forward to getting this black in as well around the face to bring up some other colours that we've got going on there, and I'm wondering how the white will look. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so this will have to be my last line because we're nearly at 55 minutes. So I'm going to finish this one off and then we'll be ready for this vlog. I'm really looking forward to that, but it's going to be a skinny little one because we've only got that section because of this heavy 3021, but I'll try and have a look in my box while testers are coming through and see what I can do. Okay, so we'll leave that session there. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of the face done, which is what I really wanted to do, but at least we've filled it out with this darker colour up here. It's looking really nice. And we'll get, if I've got it on here, which I have, brilliant. I will get my little roller here and then just give it a bit of a flatten down. And this won't harm the drills in any way, shape or form. It's just to sort of like make sure they're proper stuck. And you can do it with like books or trays. You can get your tray and sort of like push down on it and stuff, you know. Or your hand, you know, push it down and stuff. But I do like to use my tray, and these are quite cheap on Temu or Amazon. But thank you for watching Niko Stage 2. We'll be with Stage 3 on Tuesday now, because I made a bit of a cock up, and this was supposed to be Tuesdays, but I've released it far too early for Stage 1, so it's a little bit mucked up at the moment, but we'll return to normal sync from Tuesday. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm still trying to find the link for this, so that you guys can get this if you want. But thank you very much for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and having that good old notification bell. So we'll see you next time. Bye.